Chargers just all smiles coming off that really big win over the Dallas Cowboys. You can catch their next game coming up against the Texans on NFL Network. Jamie Erdahl will be down there on the sideline. But Chargers trying to make it 5 straight wins as they take on the Texans in that AFC wildcard rematch. But looking also at the Texans side, this is no slump. This is going to be a tough game. They haven't lost, Isaac, since November 2nd. So who are you looking at in this game to be a key piece?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always going to talk about the Chargers first off because I retired a Charger. That's my team. I love them. But I'm looking, and I'm having the ISO cam on Tui Pelotu. The thing with him is, you guys understand this gentleman right here is top 3 in the NFL in sacks. I mean, anytime we talk about affecting a quarterback or pass rushing, he should be a topic of conversation. But for some reason, he's not. He's a fly under the radar guy. I mean, he's dominating, and I'm excited to see him. Now, when you play a quarterback like C.J. Stroud, who's hitting his stride, and the Texans team is hitting their stride, you have to affect the quarterback. That's all their defensive coordinators and D-line coaches are going to be talking about. Hey, Tuli, we need you to affect the quarterback. He's a guy, 3rd down, it's 3rd and 8, 3rd and 5, whatever. I'm going to be having an ISO cam on him to dominate. I'm excited to watch his team play.
Isaac, you want to talk about getting after the quarterback? Let's talk about the other side of the ball, because that's exactly what the D'Amico Ryans and that's what that Houston Texans defense does. Danielle Hunter and that crew, they get after the quarterback. Will Anderson gets after the quarterback. I mean, they are relentless in their pressure, and they can do it with the blitz, but they can also do it with 4. And that is going to be very, very difficult for Justin Herbert, who loves to hang on to the ball and try to make plays in the pocket or get outside of the pocket. I mean, it's going to be a fight for him all day long, and he's going to have to protect that football, or they're going to have to lean on the running game, or Marion Hampton, or get the ball out quick to targets like, McConkey or McConkey, Keenan Allen, stuff like that. They're going to have to find a way to get ahead early in this game, I think, and then try to run the ball. Otherwise, if this turns into a drop back passing game for Justin Herbert, he is prone to turn the ball over. And Kyle, I know you're feeling that. So it's going to be an interesting game, but it's going to be about who can get to the passer more, the Chargers or the Texans.
Well, elephant in the room here. The last time Justin Herbert saw this Texas defense, he threw 57 interceptions. It was the strangest playoff game I've ever seen. He threw all the interceptions. Here he is. He throws the one where he rolls out and throws it back left. He had that one done. And then he has the one where he dropped straight back and threw it to his left and double clutch. I mean, he threw all of them. That one wasn't his fault, but still a high pass. Why do I bring this up? This last year's playoff game, and they went down in flames. And it wasn't all Herbert by far, but yet last year, Justin Herbert in the regular season threw 3 interceptions all year. Against the Texans, he threw 4 in one game. And it raised questions, and it cast doubt, and it gave him hate. And this is not revenge for that, because this is not a playoff game. This is not at the same stakes, not the same thing. But there's a very good chance these two teams do play again. And in this very young career we have for Justin Herbert, we've only seen him a handful of years. This one sticks out as a full-on, like, what the hell, man? Like, we believe in you. We want you to be a superstar. It's games like that that keep him from being mentioned with Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, all those. Like, he's always that tier 2, and I hate that for him. Go out, play a clean game. Even if you don't win, just play a clean game. We cannot have that kind of interception thing, whether it's drop, thrown, or whatever. I'm rooting for Justin Herbert when to wipe the slate clean, please.
And I want to look also, again, I guess, a little bit closer at C.J. Stroud here. Isaac, I know you said you're a Chargers guy, so I'm going to challenge you to say something nice and say what you need to see out of a guy like C.J. Stroud in this one. I know we talked a lot about defense, too, in this matchup.
Yeah, I think nobody would be surprised by C.J. Stroud if he dominated. He's shown us plenty of glimpses of playing very well. For me right now, with a guy like Tuli rushing after him, I want to see C.J. Stroud really demand this offense and make throws that need to happen. You don't have to be a hero all the time. Make throws that are there and that can keep this high-powering offense moving. That's what I want to see out of him. I mean, again, it's going to be hard to stop a guy like Tuli, but that's where he can really take command of this game.
Yeah, I mean, C.J. Stroud is a stud. Since coming back from the injury, I mean, he's been playing good ball, and I think if he continues to play efficient football in this game, the Texans can manage the Chargers' pass rush, like you indicated. I mean, they're going to come after him. If they can do that, they got a really good shot here. They've been playing hot. They've been playing good ball. They're in a great position. I mean, kind of a nice story, and they've really snuck up with Indianapolis Colts collapse. They really snuck up in that division and in the playoff picture, and I think because of the way their defense plays and they have C.J. Stroud playing efficient quarterback play, they're a real sleeper team to make some noise in the playoffs.
It's been really fun to watch them play and just really excel in that defense. Is just something you do not want to mess this. And as we showed you there, Texans can clinch a playoff berth with a win or a Colts loss. We do want to look at another AFC team, the 2-13 Raiders. They're taking on the 2-13 Giants, with the losing team taking over the top spot for the #1 overall pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. Now we're looking a lot to the playoffs, but there is something else happening that teams are looking forward to in April. Raiders star pass rusher Max Crosby was asked about this very topic of tanking #1. Listen to what he had to say.
Does it really irritate you when you hear talk about the #1 pick being on the line?
Yeah, I don't give a shit about the pick. Like, to be honest, I don't play for that. That's not my job. My job is to be the best defensive end in the world, and that's what I focus on every day. And being a great leader, and being an influence, and being being that guy on a consistent basis for my team. So, yeah, that's their job. That's the front office, the coaches, that they do that. But that's got nothing to do with me.
Clearly not having any of that tanking talk, right? And we know as competitors that they just want to win. Isaac, take us in the brain of a former player. How do you approach something like this? There's no thought or talk of tanking, I'd have to imagine.
Yeah, well, Sherry, there's two sides of this, because the one side is, yes, I'm a former player. The other side is my locker was like 2 lockers down from Max when I played for the Raiders in my final season. Look, I love Max. I will not come on here and ever say anything bad about Max, because what you see with his intensity is exactly who he is. He should be saying this. What message does it send to his teammates and to guys that he's playing beside if he's talking about where they're going to fall in draft picks? Are we going to lose and get the first overall draft pick? Who cares? I love it out of Max because he's setting precedents. He's also setting a precedence that all the folks that are upstairs, because that's how these facilities are organized, players downstairs or the organization and upper levels upstairs. He's setting a precedence to the folks upstairs that they need to just keep that upstairs. That shouldn't even be a conversation that's brought up. I love everything about Max. I love his intensity. I hope he has 6 sacks in this game and breaks some type of record. He's all time.
I love the quote too, and I love Max too, but it's naive. I mean, this is how this works, guys. They need that pick. This is how teams go from being terrible to mattering, because, oh, whoops, we got the #1 overall pick, and all of a sudden our team is good again. Look at the draft order. This is how the league works. If they don't get it, the Giants will do what they do with it. They'll trade it. They'll do this, and maybe the Raiders would have to trade to get it to draft the quarterback. Don't tell me Max Crosby doesn't care about this. I know he cares because I've seen his quarterbacks over the years. And I would say, I know he's making the quote to sound cool and inspire the teammates. That's fine. But inside his head, I'm sure he knows exactly what time it is. The time it is that his quarterbacks have been Geno Smith and Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell and Jimmy Garoppolo and Jarrett Stidham. That's the guys through the prime of his career who were running the offense. And Max Crosby, how many games has he had multiple sacks and they lose? The way you solve that is the draft. So I like the quote. I love the badass stuff, and I'm doing my job and everything. But no, basically, the Raiders' job is to lose this weekend. And you don't do that with players. You don't go in and you don't take with players. Man. Front office is tank. If the Raiders win this game this week and get the #2 pick, that's a loss. Let's look at the bigger picture here, guys. Lose.
Are the Giants even taking a quarterback? Are they going to? You think they're going to take a quarterback first overall and then have a first overall draft pick in Jackson Dart?
No, I don't. But then the Raiders would have to trade everything to go get it. as opposed to just getting the #1 pick by doing something simple, which they're really good at, which is losing. You know what I mean? Like, it's right there for you.
Oh, my God.
I get it. There's two sides to this. I mean, you're right. I mean, what is Max Crosby supposed to say? This is what he's supposed to say. He is the leader of this team. He's the heart and soul of this team. This is the right thing to say, and it's the right attitude. I'm not a professional football player, but I'm a professional wrestler, and I know no matter what town we're in, no matter where we're at, no matter who I'm up against, there's not a chance I'm phoning in anything for nothing. I don't care. So I get it. But Kyle, I do understand your perspective. And from a fan's perspective, look, we all know people who are I've been a fan of the Bears for many, many years. And there's a point in the season where winning is just not conducive to the future. You've already written off the entire season. You just say, please don't win another game. Please, can we go out and get the #1 pick? I did it 2 years in a row. Traded it 1 year with the Bears, and then we ended up with what we're doing now. And if that hadn't happened for Chicago, they wouldn't have Caleb Williams. They wouldn't have DJ Moore. I mean, you can go down the whole laundry list. They wouldn't be in this position. And so I get it. I get it as a player. You've got pride, and that's exactly the approach you should have. But Kyle, you're dead on, man. From a front office perspective, you do kind of hope your team loses this game. Because you want that #1 pick. You want to change the organization, and that's the opportunity that a #1 pick can afford you.
Yeah, the thing that came to mind is there's two sides to every pancake. Right? You can be not wanting to tank, but you have to be at least a little excited about the potential